a lot of times the reason that we watch the shows that we watch is the familiarity of a character. Like you want to see that character be the same person making the same mistakes over and over again. There's a comfort in that. You want to convey that you have a character who has a strong want that will be a dilemma and never be fulfilled so that you can continue to have the series. Part of, I think, the appeal of television, particularly like when you look at some sitcoms and dramas, is seeing people with their character flaws constantly kind of getting knocked down and getting back up again, trying against their own character to make better, but not quite making it, because that is the television show. The minute your character achieves that want or goal, your show is kind of over, because they will have achieved what the premise of the show is. I say, what do you want to do? And they say, oh, I want to be a showrunner. And I'm like, you don't want to be a showrunner. You want to be a writer. Like, showrunners are writers. Being a showrunner is, being the boss and getting to a certain level, but you only get there because you love writing and because you are passionate about writing, because you have been studying your craft and figuring out your voice and learning how to tell stories and learning how to tell other people's stories, how to use your voice in service of other people's stories. And there's just so much more that goes into being a writer who is prepared to be a showrunner. So for me, it just starts with the writing. Like, the reason you want to be a showrunner is because you want to have more control over the things that you have written. And that's really the reason to do it, so that you can actually, be a good steward to what you're creating, versus when you're just starting out, sometimes you have a really great idea and you may be able to execute a pilot, but if you don't have the track record or you haven't been working in television, they are going to pair you with a showrunner. They're going to put somebody who has more experience with you, and you may or may not have say over who that person is. You may or may not be paired with somebody who has your best interests at heart, or who can juggle the interests of the many masters that the showrunner has to serve in terms of the network and the studio, with helping you to also get your vision out there. So it behooves you, if you've got ideas just burning in you that you want to have made and made a certain way, to rise up through the ranks, to be a working writer. You need to make it really specific to you. You want to carry around pitches that are things that nobody else is going to tell, that would only come from your mind, to make them unique and original. And I think that's more valuable than kind of just having a bunch of really generalized genre pitches in your back pocket. Really think about the things that you want to write. But also, when you're pitching kind of a period piece, you are commenting on society today by looking at the past. And I feel like that's an important thing, an important theme to bring into your pitch. Why are you doing this now? Why do we want to know this story now? How is it reflecting society today? And what are those themes that are going to resonate with a contemporary audience? Because that's the thing that's going to justify going back into time, the bigger budget that you're going to need, that it's got some strong link to the present.